Hey guys, kia ora, whakaalofa lahi atu, and no mai hoki mai. Welcome back to today's episode. This is episode number 4? Four. In our 14 days Love Yourself Enough 2 series. And today we are talking about love yourself enough to stop settling. Love yourself enough to stop settling. And when I was writing out this Love Yourself Enough 2 series, I was just like, everything was just from the dome. Like things that are kind of current, things that are kind of happening in my life, and then also what I'm seeing around other people, what they're like struggling with, what my family and friends are kind of struggling with. So this is all themed around that. And for me, this kind of came up in, like, I wrote it down on a piece of paper and then I did a dash my breakup. So I want to talk about the settling piece as well, because I have had in the past, I've been called high maintenance. I've been called, oh, you just have too high of a standards, or you need to lower your standards, or you need to change, like all these things, right? And I just want to tell you so plain and clear that that is not true. If you were ever told that you were too high maintenance, that you needed to lower your standards were too high, all those kinds of things, please know that that is not true. That is so not true. And whoever told you that, it was too high for their standards, right? You were too high maintenance for them and their standards. They weren't the right person for you. So what I love to do is, in any situation that you're in this situation, I'm going to talk specifically about relationships kind of thing. But I want you to just think about the area in your life right now where you think that you might be settling, where you think maybe it's in a job where you're settling, maybe it's in friendships, maybe it is in a relationship, maybe it's with your family. Maybe it's with how much money you think that you can make, or your career, or your certifications, or what you think you can do in life. Maybe the house that you're living in, you're just settling because you're like, oh, this is all that I can get. The car that you drive, oh, this is all that I deserve. Whatever it is, right? So there's so many areas in life where I see people settling, where I'm like, you can do more. I know that they want to do more, and they can do more, but they settle for less. So for me, this came up in a romantic relationship, right? I was settling in the relationship. I knew that I wanted more. I knew that I wanted more growth, that I wanted more in the household, more from the relationship. There were so many things that I wanted more, and I knew what I wanted in my head and like on paper and stuff like that. Like basically, I just wanted a male version of me, someone who's doing the work, someone who's emotionally intelligent, someone who is, like driven by growth, is always looking for opportunities, wants to be better, is doing better in the world, giving back to the community. Just me in a guy form is kind of what I want. Someone who is growing, right? That's what I wanted. In a partnership. And I felt like coming into the relationship, I was settling. And you kind of talk yourself out of it. Like you tell yourself, oh no, like it's okay though. Like he's a good guy though. Like he's amazing. There's no cheating. There's no abuse. Like it's a great relationship. I have fun. It's nice. I feel loved, all these kinds of things. But I knew in the back of my mind, I'm like, yeah, that is great. That's amazing. He's an amazing man. But I want more. I want more from the relationship. And it took me a while to realize that I was settling. In looking back on it, I'm like, damn, like if I listened to myself earlier, I would have been out of that relationship so much sooner. But you don't know what you don't know. And it's all me. I feel like I truly believe everything's supposed to happen for a reason. But it's like once you see it, you can't unsee it, right? That was me. Once I had the flick of the switch moment, which was 2025, the start of 2025, it was like I was like watching the life and I was like, and it was my life, and I was like, that is not what I want. Like all I see is a girl that is settling for less. She wants all these things in life, and this partner he's not going to be the person for her that goes on this journey with her. So I was settling in the relationship. And I say this in the like most nicest, kindest, lovable way, because my ex-partner, like, still love him dearly. He's an amazing man, great. It was a great relationship, right? But I wanted more. And that's what I'm trying to point out to you here. Like, you may be looking at things in life like, no, but it's great. Like the relationship is really great, but in the back of your mind, you want more. It's like, love yourself enough to stop settling. Love yourself enough to go and get that more. Love yourself enough to go and live the life of your dreams, right? And it may be in a job as well. You may be in a cushy job. You're like, yeah, it pays the bills. Like, I'm doing great. It puts bread and butter and friggin' milk in my friggin' cupboard. It puts food on the table. Like, I'm good. But you know that you're destined for more. You know you're not fulfilled in that job. You know you've always wanted to be a fucking, I don't know, doctor or content creator or millionaire or whatever it is. So it's like, stop settling. Stop settling in life. Love yourself enough to stop settling. And that's the message, right? But I want to help you with like some actionable steps. And what I would love for you to do is get really, really clear on the life that you want, on whatever, every area of your life. Like, I do this with my girls in Destination Self Love. We pull out every area. So we pull out romantic relationship. We pull out, why am I having a mind blank? Physical environment. So the house that you live in, right? Spirituality is also one. Hobbies and interests, career and business, your money and your wealth, your health and fitness. Like, there's so many areas in your life. And I just want you to get really clear on what it looks like for you to be like the most fulfilled in that area, for it to be your dream life. What is it? What does it look like? And then match it up to your current life. If it does not match up, you are settling. If it does not match up, you are settling. I'll say that again. So for example, for me, romantic partner, right? Or my ex-partner, all the amazing things. Hot, sexy, loves me, is nice, is kind, tends to me, makes me feel loved, is smart, is funny, all these things, right? But then there was on my dream list was like, growth focused, right? Wants more, does work in the community, gives back, emotionally intelligent, talks about their feelings, so there's all these things in this is my dream paper, like right here is my dream paper on this side, and I'm like, cool, tick, tick, tick. There's so many ticks, like this whole page is like, there's lots of ticks, right? But there's like these certain things that I need that is on my dream paper that is not fulfilled. And I know you're probably thinking you can't have it all, but I want you to know that you can. You absolutely can. You do not have to settle in life. And we get taught that, right? We get programmed and conditioned. You can't have it all. What will you negotiate on? What will you compromise on? No, you get to have it all. You get to have it all. You can have it all. You can have the life of your dreams. And I just want to also say with the relationship piece is like, are you mirroring what you want, right? Are you becoming the person that can actually attract that into your life, right? For me, like, I want all these things. Am I those things? Right? Am I those things as well? How am I going to attract that if I'm not on the level for that to be attracted on? Same with wealth. If you want to be a millionaire, all those things, are you getting to that? Are you working on yourself to get to that level as well? It's not this like you're not doing anything and you're just like wishing for all these things. It's like, no, that's you settling in your life as well. Not doing what's required of you to get the life of your dreams. So stop settling. You can absolutely have the life of your dreams. You can have the partner of your dreams. You can have the money of your dreams, the car of your dreams, the house of your dreams, the whatever it is that you want of your dreams. You can become the person of your dreams. I love you so much. That's it for today's podcast episode. I'll talk to you tomorrow. Ka kite, koe kia.